some slight. What's up, folks? It's me, Ken Ledesma, here with a new episode of TNE, the Nerdvana Experience. I want to take a break from all the political shit, like talking about Trump and all that type of stuff. I already got the episode written for next week. When I'm talking about, cause last week I was like, all right, next week I'm talking about all the bad stuff that's gonna happen with Trump being in office and all that type of shit. I already got the episode written now, and all I gotta do is record it. But I'm trying not to make TNE so political and all that type of shit. So we're gonna get back to the foundation about the shit, talking about gangs and stuff that's happening in the news. Just kicking shit. So with that being said, before I start talking about anything, it's this app. I fucked around and found out about it. It's called Bluesky. Where my phone is? I found out about it by accident. And when I was looking at it, when I was reading about it, folks was like, man, look, that junk better than Twitter. It ain't as toxic as Twitter. It ain't this as Twitter. Like, you can come over here and have fun and all that type of stuff, and you ain't gonna be hit with all that bullshit like you do on Twitter and shit. So I'm like, you know what? Let me sign up and see what this talking about. Bruh, I got on this app. You literally can curate your feed like it's like that with all social media, where they be like, what you like, your interests and all types of, you click your interests. Nah, with this junk, with the Bluesky app, you literally can tailor your feed to exactly what you want to see. So you won't see nothing that you don't want to see. I know it sounds crazy because like I said, a lot of social media be offering that type of shit, but nah, it's different over there. Look, I'm not being sponsored by Bluesky or none of that type of shit. This just me just talking about my experience with the app. Bro, I signed up for it and everything, and so far, I've been on there more than I've been on Twitter. I just gotta say, I'm just being honest. Especially with the option where I get like all the adult content hidden and all that type of shit, so I won't have to worry about nobody reposting like porn or nothing on my feed and shit. And I love it. And it's just like Twitter. Like, if you get on that junk, it's, like I said, it's called Bluesky. If you get on that junk and sign up for it, you would have thought that you was on Twitter. I'm gonna tell you, it reminded me of Twitter from back in the day, instead of the new Twitter. And they have like 20 million users on that shit. And it's like, man, I love that shit. Like, it's one of the social medias that I use like faithfully now. I still get on Twitter and check Twitter and all that type of stuff, but Bluesky for me is where it's at. All right, what I want to talk about? Oh yeah, so Ghostface from the Scream franchise, man, came out in Mortal Kombat earlier this week for the early access for the people who bought the Chaos Reign DLC. Bruh, I ain't just gonna lie. I've been playing with that, man. I'm like, man, you can tell when game developers use assets from their previous game. Like, that character, Ghostface, is like Rambo from Mortal Kombat 1, Kano and Kira from Mortal Kombat 3D era. It's like a whole bunch of gimmicky shit with the character. And I'm like, bruh, a lot of people have fun with the character and everything like that, but I'm like, man, bruh, this ain't my cup of tea. Like, it just ain't my cup of tea. I just don't like this shit. It's not that he boring or anything like that. It just, bruh, the last good Mortal Kombat game was Mortal Kombat X that came out in 2015. I played Mortal Kombat 11 faithfully. As a matter of fact, on PC alone, I got over almost 400 hours in that game. That's not even including like the almost 200, 300 hours I had in the PlayStation version. So I had my time with Mortal Kombat 11. I still love Mortal Kombat 11. I can turn that on right now and still have a good time playing it. But the last, like, darn near borderline perfect Mortal Kombat game, where they just like nailed everything almost perfect, was Mortal Kombat X. And the deciding factor with that is just the pure gameplay of it. It's just fun, man. It just, compared to Mortal Kombat 11, compared to sometimes the Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat X that gameplay is top notch. It's fast, it's combo heavy, like it's just fun. Like, you can neutral jump and dunk characters. Like, I don't know. It's just something about that game that just almost perfect. What stopped that game? Well, to me, what stopped Mortal Kombat X from being perfect is the roster. I don't like the inclusion of all the new characters like Cassie Cage, Jackie Bridge, Kunjin, Takeda, Kodokan. Like all those characters was new. I understand that's cool, but when I think about Mortal Kombat, I think about classic Mortal Kombat characters. So, I mean, the Comeback Kids and Kodokan, they staples now, but at the time, I ain't really too much get the hype about them characters, and I ain't really too much care for them. I mean, I like them now because they here and you can't get rid of them. But I ain't thinking about no damn comeback kid. When I think about Mortal Kombat, I'm thinking about Johnny Cage. I ain't thinking about Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade daughter Cassie and shit like that. But that's the only thing that made the game not perfect. If that game would have had a roster like Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat X would have been the best Mortal Kombat game of all time. I really believe it. I really believe it. So, bro. So, oh yeah, I was reading earlier. I'm gonna get into some news. This is gonna be one of them episodes. I'm recording at like 3 in the morning on the 21st, so I really don't have much to talk about. It's just certain things I want to talk about. So I'm scrolling through Twitter and Bluesky, and I'm seeing the articles about the news, like from New York Post and all that type of shit. So I'm bookmarking them. So just in case I did want to talk about them on TNE, bro, I came across this article for the New York Post. Bro, this shit was published yesterday. It's a Texas mom, 25 years old, left her toddler home alone to travel 150 miles for a Hinge date. So I looked it up. I didn't know Hinge was a dating one of them dating sites or like dating apps. So cause I don't know what the fuck. So I was like, all right, so it's a dating app. So I like let me finish reading this. So I was watching it on Twitter, but I came across the article on the New York Post, and that's what I'm reading from. It's it's crazy what some people would do. It's a young Texas mama left her 16-month-old son home alone overnight to travel 150 miles to meet up with a Hinge date, according to police, who found the toddler covered in feces and dangling out of the window. Reese Louise Myers, 25, was arrested and charged with abandoning and endangering a child earlier this month for the July 28 incident. Bruh, this motherfucker left her baby. This bitch left her kid, a baby, 16 months, over a year old. This bitch left that baby at the house to go meet up with a nigga and try to get some dick and shit. Like, what the fuck? Oh, it's some more. The mother from Killeen, Texas, had allegedly fled the state and was caught and arrested on a fugitive warrant in California on November 5th. Since then, she's been extradited back to the Lone Star State to face the charges. Lone Star State, for people who don't know, that's Texas. Killeen police officers were called to Maya's home just before 10 in the morning on July 28 after neighbors called to report that the toddler was hanging out of a broken window on a ground level apartment while an aggressive dog was trying to attack the baby. When the police arrived, they saw a child with his head and shoulder out the window, which had been previously fixed with cardboard and plexiglass, and witnessed the dog charging their residents who were trying to pull the baby out. Ain't something like this bitch need to be in jail for the rest of her life. Don't no ain't no dick more important than leaving your child buy the baby yourself. Nah. The officers removed the cardboard and the plexiglass and climbed through the runner to find the little boy wearing just a t-shirt with feces on his skin and broken pieces of plexiglass on his arm. Then they saw that there were no other people inside, only two dogs who were protective of the baby, and noticed sign that looked like the child's parent had taken some precautions in the event of leaving the toddler home unsupervised. Police then called Myers, who told them that she's currently in San Antonio, Texas, about a 2.5-hour drive away, with a guy she met from dating out after driving out there the day before, according to the affidavit. She even told the police that she was out there with this nigga and took precautions just in case she left the baby at home by herself. She was prepared to leave this baby at home. She didn't even, from my understanding, from my personal opinion, I don't even think she even really cared for the baby or really wanted the baby. So if you did, you would never, like any mama that loved their kid would never did no shit like that. She claimed that she had hired a babysitter from Facebook to watch her son while she was on her date, but police spoke to the babysitter who told them that she hadn't babysat or spoken to Maya since December 2023. Our former roommate of Maya told police that the mom would frequently leave her son at home at night and not return until the next day, claiming that the boy would sleep through the whole night. God damn. So this ain't, like I said, this ain't her first time doing that shit. She'll leave that baby at home all night, thinking that baby ain't sleep throughout the night, just to go be out and do some weird shit. The woman lived with the mom and son for about a month in October of 2023 and reportedly told police that she witnessed signs of neglect towards the baby. Myers has been since been booked in the Bell County Jail. Man. 9 times 10, what's finna happen? They finna take that baby away from her. That child probably end up in the system. That child probably end up like not having. Now I can be wrong because somebody can find this baby, adopt him, or somebody in the family can come and get the baby from the mama and raising the baby have a normal life. But on the other end of that, the baby get taken away from the mama, get stuck in the system, and get bounced around house to house to house to house, and never really just have a home. And to be honest, I really hate this shit for them because don't nobody, especially no kid, don't nobody want to go through that type of shit and live that type of lifestyle. I really hate for them. Just in case you want to know, it was a white lady. Of course she was. Even though there's not neither here or there, I just hate this shit. I really did hate this shit. I found out. Carl was telling me about it not too long ago. He was like, "Bro, you heard about these celebrities talking about they trying to lead a country because Donald Trump just won the presidency again." I'm like, no. At the time, I ain't hear about it. But it's like, ever since Bruh said something to me about this shit, I'm noticing it now. A lot of people leaving the United States of America and moving to like United Kingdom or Switzerland and shit. The latest one I came across was Ellen DeGeneres and her wife. And they moved to, I think, United Kingdom. Let me find it. I really find this funny because a lot of people are saying that she was involved with this stuff with Puff Daddy, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, I found it. It's a Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi, how you pronounce her name, are reportedly saying cheerio to the United States following President-elect Trump victory earlier this month. The comedian, known for her robust real estate portfolio, has allegedly settled in the Cotswolds in England. A person close to the TV personality told the Rap. She and the Rosses previously listed their multi-million-dollar home in Montecito, California, with risking partners. So they sold their house. Yep, Fox News did. I can't talk for some reason. Fox News Digital confirmed that their home was sold in August. Let's see. The Ellen DeGeneres source told the outlet that Trump's re-election had inspired the couple decision to jump ship. Ellen announced her support for Vice President Kamala Harris in September by reposting Taylor Swift's Instagram endorsement. She simply added, "This childish cat lady couldn't agree more." A direct dig at the Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. So, like I said, I'm not trying to make this episode political, but I'm just bro, like, what do they think that's going to happen? Like, they said they go to live in the United Kingdom. Okay, cool. What if? I'm just saying, what if? What if Trump become like Trump when he get into office? He make the country better than what it's been in a long time. I'm just saying, what if? That's not me like supporting Trump or saying that I'm a Republican and I endorse Donald Trump. One thing about me that I never said on TNE recently is that I'm independent. I don't belong to no political party, right? So whenever I hear something, that sounds right to me, I agree with it. Whenever I hear something that sounds crazy, I speak on it, and that's just the God on the truth. So I don't know. It just it'd be hard for me to. I don't know how I want to say this, but it'd be hard for me to agree with some of the stuff that the liberals be saying because, like, A lot of this shit don't make sense. You know what? I ain't even get into it because this ain't an episode about fucking politics and all that type of shit. Let's see. What the fuck? So like I said, I'm on New York Post, and some just came across now. It said it got published yesterday. Just talking about the illegal migrant shell. So it's a New York City migrant allegedly throws friend's beloved dog off 14th floor balcony and walks free. God damn! Like what the fuck? See, before a person even start jumping to conclusions about this shit, you be like, man, what the fuck? Let me see what this talking about. It's a Brooklyn migrant was busted and released for allegedly throwing a 2-year-old dog to his death from a 14th floor balcony earlier this month, leaving the dog owner traumatized over the ruthless murder. God damn. Luis Gabriel Santamaria, 27 years old, said he came home on November 1st to find his beloved pit bull, Kai, lying dead on the sidewalk after a new friend stormed into his apartment around about 5 in the morning, following the spat and hurled the dog off a balcony of the apartment building on 220 Montgomery Street in Crown Heights. Santa Maria said, I had him since he was a baby, since he was 1 month old. He was literally my best friend. Dang. I never would have thought that he would do what he did and murder my dog for no reason. Alberto Morris, 33 years old, was arrested on Monday and charged with aggravated cruelty to animals, grand larceny, criminal possession of stolen property, criminal mischief, and torturing an animal, according to Brooklyn District Attorney's Office. He had no prior arrest and was released following an arraignment earlier this week, as his charges are non-bail eligible under the state law, meaning he can't be held behind bars unless convicted. I have PTSD from this whole situation, Santa Maria said. I still walk around these streets turning my head because I don't know what this man can do. I ain't know him long enough to know that it can happen. Santa Maria met Morris a few weeks before the killing, with the pair becoming quick friends over bonding over their shared Panamanian heritage. Morris, who lived nearby, had immigrated to the United States about a year ago, and adding that the violent group quickly became obsessive, sending text messages, showing up at his house, and ringing doorbell for hours. On the night of the horrific incident, the two had gone to a Halloween party where Morris got drunk and aggressive. He scared me, explaining how he warned his friend that Morris was trying to fight him. At one point, he got too aggressive and grabbed my bag. I had a little side bag, and he ripped it off my body. We were shoving each other, and I didn't know what was going on, and without me noticing, he grabbed my keys from my bag. Security told Morris to get lost, which he did, but came back. Soon after he realized Morris had his apartment keys, he ordered an Uber home while frantically calling his friend to rush home to ensure that Morris didn't break in. But it was too late. By the time he got there, he tossed his pup off the balcony, then attempted to rip the Ring camera off the wall as he fled the scene. Damn. Well, this goes. I know I said this ain't a political episode, but what is it? The hell am I doing tagging me in this shit? But this goes back to what I said on TNE last week about the immigrants. They come over here and they do weird shit like that. It's not all of them, but in this case, that man had no reason killing this man, dog. None whatsoever. I don't. I just don't fucking get it, bro. I just don't understand, bro. We out here doing all. Well, I ain't gonna say we, but people out here doing all types of weird shit, and man. It's like I said, there's no reason why that dog had to die. No reason at all. And to be honest, that should get the immigrants a bad reputation, because now you like people who hear that or read about that will be like, man, hell no, I don't want this motherfucker around me. They be killing dogs and shit. They already got a reputation of eating dogs and shit. Don't nobody want to shit. Don't nobody want to be around this shit. So moving on, bruh, Kai Cenat, he might not hear this, but I'm not recording this so he can hear this. This for people who, like myself, make content, starting out, and got a small following, wanting to get bigger and shit. Um, I see it all the time. Folks be like, post their content. You never know where it might go, and that is 100% absolutely true. A streamer by the name of Emilycc. This woman has been streaming literally every single day for the past 3 years straight, and somehow she ended up getting on the radar of Kai Cenat. He's one of the top streamers in the world right now, if not the top streamer in the world right now. So, her followers, he ended up raiding her channel, and she ended up saying that she cried and all that type of stuff. They prayed for her and all that type of shit. I'm bringing this up because I want to say, bro, if your dream is to make content, podcasts, music, movies, videos on gaming, anything, man, go after that shit. I never would have thought that a year and a half later, I have what is it, almost 60 something episodes of a podcast. I started TNE with J Jamal last year. It was all the idea, a concept of an idea. I didn't have the best equipment. I didn't have the best microphone. I still don't have the best equipment. But I make sure I record every week because it's something that I want to do. And I can hear the progress each time I record a new episode. If y'all was to go back and listen to the beginning, that's the name of the first episode. If you go back and listen to the beginning, and then you listen to the previous episodes that I recorded this year alone, or this month alone, you'll be like, he came a long way. He more comfortable in front of the microphone now. And I'm like, bruh, I just be so flabbergasted by it. Look, you know how they say repetition is the key to success? Practice make perfect. That's true. The more and more you do something, the more and more you become better at it. For instance, if you playing this video game over and over and over again, let's just say you was one of them kids or one of them situations where you got like a PlayStation for Christmas. Your parents barely got, scraped up enough money just to get you a PlayStation for Christmas, right? They got you the console, but they couldn't get you there really that many games for it because they can't afford it. They do what they can to make their kids happy. So you only got one game. And the one game that you had on there, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, like a fighting game or something, you're going to play that game over and over and over again because that's the only game that you got. Eventually, after enough time passed by, you've been on playing the game so much that you understand it now. That you getting better. Like you playing it each day, you learn how to do moves day by day. You're like, oh, I know how to do this now because I've been playing this every day. Like you eventually get better and better and better and better as time go on. Same thing as picking up an instrument. You pick up a guitar, you start strumming the string, not knowing what you're doing, but when you start playing it and dedicate yourself to it, you start building them calluses at the tip of your fingers. Start building them, because that's what I got to tip of mine. Start building them calluses at the tip of your fingers. Then all of a sudden, you playing, you'll look up and you'll see yourself playing Stranglehold by Ted Nugent. You know what I'm saying? Because like practice make perfect. So it's the same thing when making content. You gonna do it. Of course your shit gonna be ass in the beginning. My shit was ass in the beginning. Bruh, everybody should be ass in the beginning. I don't care who it was. Listen, Michael Jackson, the greatest entertainer of all time. When they first started out with their brother, they was ass. He just had natural born talent that his daddy, groomed him and showed and nurtured him and showed him how to use it. That's how they got better. But at the beginning, them for ass. Like everybody be ass when they first start off. They trade. But you gotta practice and that shit make perfect. You never know where that shit may take you. Like, bro, I never know where the Nerdvana Experience may go. I do it because I love it. I do it because it's something that I came up with on my own with James. I love it because, like, bruh, to see something grow, to see something come from nothing to something blows my fucking mind, bruh. I remember when TNE was just a thought in my mind back in 2019. And me and Carl were talking about making a podcast. Carl went out there and got all the microphones and got all the equipment. Bless that man heart. We thought we needed all this shit to record a podcast. He had different uh, laptops and all that type of shit. We thought we needed everybody had their own laptop and shit. We thought we needed all that shit, but we really don't need none of this shit in reality. Now, if we would have started back then, back in 2019, ain't no telling what the Nerdvana Experience be at now. It just ain't no telling. But it wasn't meant for me to start in 2019. It was meant for me to start in 2023, like I did. So it's you never know where you may go. Kai Cenat, he put in the time and he put in the hours to get to where he at. He did what he had to do. Same thing with the other members of AMP. Phantom, Chris, Agent, Duke Dennis, like all them niggas, like all them AMP niggas, like they did what they supposed to do. Them niggas was some 2K niggas, bro. They was on YouTube, bro, and they came up and they just formed a group together. So that's what's up. Shout out to them for doing what they do and all the type of stuff. And another thing I want to say before I get off this subject, one thing I always give a big up to and praise to with Kai Cenat is that I appreciate how, even though he's the biggest streamer out right now, he always pray to God. He always talk to God. Now, I'm not a preacher or nothing like that, but I know I'm not gonna say he don't know God because I don't know what his relationship is with God personally. But I know every time that something happens, or every time something bad happens, this man is praising God or talking to God about something. He's always bringing up God about something, and I was noticing that even in the comments when they were doing the prayer for Emily, they like everybody was saying something about the Most High. I was like, okay. If only, but I ain't gonna get into that. But I like how he understands that God is real. I like how that he understands that everything's happening for a reason. And I really like this. So shout out to Kai Cenat, AMP up. Shout out to all them niggas. And like I said, like keep your dream alive, bro. Keep your dream alive. Because I know I am. I'm doing what I gotta do. Next year in May will be 2 years since I've been doing the Nerdvana Experience, and I love it. I'm glad I didn't give up on myself. I'm glad I didn't give up on this podcast. I'm glad I didn't give up on James. I'm glad I didn't give up on Carl. He got the bakery going on. I'm glad I didn't give up on Chris. He be doing his YouTube videos with his walkthroughs, his playthroughs, and all the type of shit. Jay, he be posting clips of his gameplay and stuff on TikTok, and is getting hundreds of views, thousands of views. I'm glad these niggas ain't giving up on themselves. Yeah, like Carl, he got his kill switch stuff going on. He's selling kill switches and fun kill switches and cars, man. I'm proud of these niggas, like, cause like it's nothing like one thing I can say about this generation. People give our generation so much flack, and deservedly so, because this generation fucked up when it comes down to a lot of shit, morals and integrity, all this shit. But one thing I am gonna give this generation, my generation and the generation after mine, we ain't the type of people that be like, you know what? We finna go to work for this company and be here all these years, get a pension, do all this shit, and then retire and live our life and die. That them days gone. It's cool to want to work. Like, look, it's nothing wrong with getting a job, especially if you're a man and you got to support yourself and you got a family, you got kids out here. There's nothing wrong with it. Do what you got to do to get this money. But at the same time, don't become a slave to this shit. Because what we talked about 2 weeks ago on TNE, me and Carl, life ain't meant to be just go to work, pay bills, then go to work, pay bills, and don't have no fun. Bruh, God made this earth too big. It's so many places that you can go and see and experience. And I ain't even talking about just different cities in different states within the United States. I'm talking about it's different countries in the world that you can go to and experience this shit. I recently just found out, I'm a black man. I recently just found out that the Slavic women over there in Poland and over there, like, and the Czech Republic and stuff like that, I recently just found out that they love black men, like men with darker skin color like me. I recently just found that out. So, not saying I'm going over there and looking for a woman or nothing like that, but I just found it out. So, Bruh, you can go out there and just live your life and have fun, bruh. Like nothing. It's a time and place for everything. Like scripture say, it's a time to work and it's a time to work. Be work free and play and have fun. Life ain't meant to just be serious all the time. Cause I had to tell people all the time, like people just be so serious as an Israelite. I be like, look, I understand that these the days we in the last days. I understand that, but you have to remember. You have to remember. You can't be serious all the time. It's a time and place for everything. It's all right to sit back and laugh and enjoy yourself. Have a drink. Congregate with your friends. Be with your woman and take her out on a date. Or like it's cool to do that shit. There's nothing wrong with relaxing and reaping the benefits of your labor, so to speak. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you have to learn when to be serious and take shit serious. And that's one of the things that's wrong with the generation. Everything a fucking joke to everybody because social media, everything on social media is fake and funny and all that type of shit. So to bring it all to a head, bro, just have fun. Like just have fun when it's time to have fun. Work hard, play hard, take care of your responsibilities, living your truth. Like I can't express this shit enough. I want everybody that's listening to the Nerdvana Experience right now to hear me well. Living your truth, bro. For one, God already know who you are. God already know what you do behind closed doors. God already know your inner thoughts. He already know. So if you can't hide it from God and God over everybody, who are we on the planet to hide it from? Living your truth. I love when a person is 100% unapologetically themselves. I love that shit. Man, be yourself, bro. Don't try to change her for no woman. Don't try to change her for no man. Now, when I say don't try to change her for a woman or man, I'm talking about like as far as your personality, what you like to do, your likes and your hobbies and shit. Because everybody ain't gonna like the same thing. Now, when you're a man, it's cool to try to impress a girl, to get the girl and all that type of shit. That's cool because that's what we supposed to do, supposed to court the women and and all I'm saying, try to get her. But don't act like somebody that you ain't to try to get no woman. Never do that. Because I tell people this all the time. You'll know, you'll know if a woman like you. She'll show you that she like you. You won't even have to work too hard because you'll know that she want to fuck with you and be with you. Now, if she coming like if she hitting you with, I want to go out on a date and I want to go out to eat or whatever the case may be, she dry texting you and all that type of shit, bruh. You'll know that too. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people are good at playing a role, especially the women. They're good at playing a role. But then that's when you got to have some discernment and be sure. So, just like I said, just be true to yourself. I'm gonna tell you something. One of my closest friends that I got right now have me laughing every fucking day. The conversation that me and this woman have, people always come up to me. I literally had a conversation right before I started recording TNE. One of my coworkers was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Nothing." Got off the phone with my friend. She was like, "Well, y'all just need to go on to be together because y'all talk to each other like y'all in a relationship already." The person I'm talking about is Star, my friend Star. She's a little older than me, but that's a non-factor. Man, me and this woman can sit on this phone or be with each other and literally talk about any and everything. And she'll say the most craziest shit and have me dying laughing, bro. I laugh every time she says something. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? What the fuck in your brain made you say what you said, bro? And we'll just bust out laughing because, like, I be want to know what made her say that goof ass, silly ass shit, bro. And one of the main reasons I love talking to her and being around her, because I've seen this woman go through some shit, be in situations and shit. But one thing about Little Star, I'm gonna give her credit. This motherfucker is always herself, unapologetically, no matter who she around. Her kids, bosses at work, co-workers at work, people she don't fucking know. One thing I'm gonna get to Star, she is 100% unapologetically herself, and I fucking love that shit. I love when people just be themselves, no matter who they around, cause that's how I am. I tell people all the time, I'm an open book. I'm an open book. What you see, what you get. You ask me a question, okay. I'll tell you the truth. What I got a lie for? Sometimes it might not be your business. I'll be like, don't worry about that. Ain't your business. But I ain't gonna lie to you. If I feel like if I be in a situation, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna tell the truth. Gonna tell them what's up. I tell them the truth. Ain't no need to lie about the shit. What for? What you gonna give me if I lie? How you gonna be my ass if I don't tell the truth? Ain't no point. Ain't no point in lying. That's why I love being around Star. That's why I love talking to Star because she's 100% herself all the time. And that's what I encourage everybody to do. That's listen to the Nerdvana Experience tonight. Just be yourself. I know we used to hear that shit like in shows and shit back in the day when we were growing up. Man, just be yourself. Shit like you be yourself. Like that shit true. I had to learn how to be myself, bro, because I never was myself for a long time. I used to put on front, try to get girls and all that type of shit, but that shit never worked. For one, my memory too bad. I forget what I said to her. That's for one. And two, I learned shit. If a motherfucker don't like me for me, fuck 'em. I don't need to be with her anyway. Because it's only so long you can put on the front. If it like you sit back and be honest with yourself, bro, it's only so long that you can put on the front. Like it's only so long you get like you this type of nigga. Because eventually she gonna start being like, well, how come you ain't like this? Like shit ain't gonna start adding up. And especially like if you're a man talk to a woman about this shit, women have a tendency of putting two and two together. They connect dots like a motherfucker. So if you saying something, but your actions and how you live and all that shit ain't matching up with what you saying to her, she already know you full of shit. I mean, it's the same thing with men with women, but women with men, women like you can't really put that shit past her for real, because they pick up on shit and they have a tendency of doing shit and asking you shit just to see what you're gonna do and say. Like me personally, I don't like that type of shit, but women do that shit just to see what you lying, and I'd be like, yeah. And I'm the type of person, I give you an answer that you don't want to hear. I'm like, you should never ask me that. So just be yourself, man. Nothing wrong with being yourself. Because when you be yourself and you meet people, that's how you find out who really fuck with you for you. Not for what you got, not for what they think you got, not for who they think you are. When you yourself 100% and unapologetically, and people still choose to fuck with you and be around you, that's how you know you got the right people around. Another example before I close out TNE. Another example. South Park. That show been on TV since 1997. It's 4 kids. People already know who it is. Stan, Kyle, Eric Carmen, and Kenny. 26 seasons into this show existence. Everybody know that Eric Carmen is an asshole, a manipulator, all that type of shit. But he still have friends. He still have buddies as his friend. Him and Kyle go at each other all the time. Him and Stan go at each other. Like everybody clash with Carmen. But at the end of the day, it still be them 4 boys. Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and Eric. They know how Carmen is. They know how Eric is, but they still be around him, man. They even be like, they even don't even they even don't even know, like they don't even fuck with that man and still include that man in shit because they already know who he is. Even Butters is one of Carmen's best friends, whether people want to believe it or not. So you just being yourself. Trust me, it's people in the world that still accept you for you. Now I'm not saying if you a natural asshole, just be an asshole to everybody like Carmen and shit. Nah, still have some decorum and be nice to people and respect people and show gratitude to somebody doing something for you because don't nobody have to do shit for you in the world. But what I'm saying is just still be yourself. I think that's about wrap TNE up today. Like we ain't really talking about nothing for real, but I love it. I have episodes like that where we really ain't talking about shit. We just talking about little shit and we keep that shit going. Next week what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, like when I before I go to work tomorrow, I'm gonna go on and record part 2 of the podcast that I did last week because some people from what I saw, a lot of people for some reason like when TNE get all political. I don't know why, but I try not to be political all the time because it's like I said, It don't have to be about this type of shit all the time. But all I know is last week's episode, Biases, Lies, and Truth, the 2025 Trump administration. That episode got a whole lot of traction and people actually like listening to it. So I guess it's because it's something different or whatever. I don't know, but people like it, and I like that people like it. So shit, I keep up some political stuff going on, but it's not gonna TNA ain't gonna be too political all the time because I don't want to turn into that. I don't want to turn into that. I was gonna talk about Justin Smollett. His conviction got overturned, but we don't give a fuck about this shit. But like I say, as always, I appreciate people who take their time out their day or night or afternoon, whatever time it is, y'all listen to the Nerdvana Experience, to listen to me talk and ramble about whatever I talk and ramble about with whoever I have on to the show. Actually, I take back what I said just now. I'm not gonna record TNE, the episode that I got for the part 2 of the 2025 Trump administration. WWE Survivor Series is going to come on in about, let me see, in about how many days? Oh shit, in about a week. Next Saturday, Survivor Series is going to come on. And Jay Jamal, he come back onto TNE. It's going to be his first time back in a couple months. So we're going to have a whole bunch of shit to talk about. So we're going to talk about the Survivor Series. We're going to talk about some of everything. Catch up with him, see how he been doing and everything like that. So this was gonna be like, it's gonna be Jay Jamal, he gonna be back on TNE. As always, I appreciate everybody who listens to TNE. The recurring listeners, I appreciate y'all. The new listeners, if you just discovered the show, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody who take their time out of the day to listen to us, listen to me talk, listen to my guests, listen to me just ramble about whatever I ramble about. I appreciate y'all. And thank you for tuning in for the Nerdvana Experience. Thank you for listening.